Hello everybody, good afternoon from Japan. We are bringing you B.LEAGUE action today. San NEOPHOENIX and ALVARK Tokyo, the battle of the high flyers. This Toyohashi City Gymnasium is packed and ready for what promises to be a fun, competitive weekend battle between these two teams that have real designs on winning a top title this season. They're in the East, ALVARK right at the top, 31-6 on the left, and then in the middle here in the Central Conference, San NEOPHOENIX just having an unbelievable season, 33-4, ahead of second place there with several game leads, so they are cruising towards winning that division. The head coach of the roster of San NEOPHOENIX, Gary Ravena, has had a terrific season. Yante Mayton, Cody Clark, Ura, Ota, Moriguchi, a roster to envy. We wanted to highlight these two players. Number 24 for San N, and also number 29 good solid players for ALVARK Tokyo. Hashimoto, Kaitaves, Yoshi, Shuto Ando, Zach Baranowski, Seba Sais, Hiraiwa, Roxeter, Leo Mendel, Fukazawa, Osakabe, and Gudaitis, the Lithuanian. Taves and Yoshi, the Japan Internationals, guys that suit up for the national team, but have really been outstanding this season, coming into their own. And I guess everybody in that Japan national team setup hoping that they're going to be on that final roster that plays at the Olympics in France later this year. So Seba Sais and ALVARK Tokyo being introduced here to the crowd, the starting five: Tay, Sais, Rossiter, and Mendel, the Brazil international. And it should be noted that the national team players involved with these teams also have qualifiers coming up this month, so it'll be interesting to see who is selected and who goes. As Adamaitis, the head coach of ALVARK Tokyo, and he understands what that's all about. He used to be at the helm of Lithuania's national team, coached them at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in 2019 in China. So the lights lowered. You look at the San NEOPHOENIX schedule, and it is just littered with wins, one right after the other. It's on an impressive display by the NEOPHOENIX, and Adamaitis doesn't need to be reminded of how tough this task is going to be on the road against a team that just has compiled wins. It's they just expect to win every single time they go on to the and ALVARK Tokyo also accustomed to getting the wins one right after the other. You can see King stumbling against them, but you're not going to go through an entire year perfect, and one of these great teams is going to be on the losing end today. So these are the numbers for both teams. ALVARK Tokyo shooting at a little bit higher clip from the floor, 46.8% to 45.6 for San-In. Also better when it comes to knocking down their free throws. But overall, I would suggest stats from a scoring standpoint. San and NEOPHOENIX really, you can see, pour in the points. They have really been putting some big numbers on some teams. Even in that slip up for ALVARK against against Ryukyu Golden Kings back on February 4th. That was a close game, 76-74. And in round 35, the Chiba Jets, 75-74. So that was close. So even if you beat them, I mean, you are just beating them. The only really bad loss that they had this season was against Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. That was back on December 24th. Key players today, Cody Clark and Saba. So both those guys pouring the points, get their share of rebounds. Clark probably more of a three-point threat overall. Thirty Ravena, the Filipino international, coming onto the court. Yante Mayton, he is a beast, and I say that as a compliment. Cody Clark as well. He can go inside or stay outside. Ura, the point guard. Kosuke Kanemaru, who's kind of found his form of late, looking really good. I know he hurt his ankle the other day, but it seems like he's okay. He's back in the starting lineup. So that's good news for all involved. Probably not good news for ALVARK Tokyo. And Ono hearing the praise for the job his team has been doing this season. David Jasinski coming off the bench. One of the better players in the competition. The referees lined up and ready to go as well. So again, these teams are going to do it today and do it again tomorrow. And here again, the starting fives for both teams. So on the left, you've got Cody Clark, Yante Mayton, 30 Ravena, Kosuke Kanemaru, and Sota Aura. And then on the right, for ALVARK Tokyo, Kai Taves. Shuto Ando, Seba Saiz, Ryan Rossiter, and Leo Mendel. So a good start, you would think, would be imperative today for both of these teams. And I would expect the intensity to be very high right here from the start. Good afternoon, everybody. San and NEOPHOENIX here, the home court, Toyohashi City Gymnasium, taking on ALVARK Tokyo. ALVARK Tokyo winning the opening tip, and Seba Saiz goes in, misses the first jumper. And Aura dumps it down low to Yante Mayton, and he is fouled by Rossiter, who feels, well, both players look like they, maybe a little bit of a collision of the heads. Oh, yeah. Well, Yante Mayton smacked Ryan Rossiter. Not intended, but not how you want to start the game if you're Ryan Rossiter. Just a little reminder, it's going to be a hard game. Kosuke Kanemaru, I mean, he has really flipped the switch. He has been terrific. I know you have high career, but he is really in form right now, and that bodes well for them, not only in this game, but for the rest of the season. Ryan Rossiter's bounce pass intended for Kai Taves goes out of bounds. Great play. And for whatever reason, looked like it was a decent pass. Kai Taves didn't catch up to it. Ora. Third Ravena over to Clark. Rossiter knows he has to come out and guard him. And 30 Ravena missing on the baseline. 30 Ravena likes to get to the basket, likes to get to the rim. And if ALVARK Tokyo can force him into that jump shot, I think that's the preferred option. What they don't want is Kanemaru taking. Kai Taves sees the opening. Excuse me, that was Ando seeing the opening. And quickly down the lane, the foul for 30 Ravena, and that's a great example of where he's most effective. Leo Mendel hacking him as he goes up. He says bad call, but Leo Mendel can't expect that not to be a call when he lowers his arms and makes contact on the first one. The whistle didn't blow. They blew it after he swatted the ball, but he made the contact before that. 30 Ravena missing with his first attempt. It is definitely an imposing front line, really, for both of these teams, but especially for this ALVARK Tokyo outfit with Mendel and Ryan Rossiter. Forty-two, San Phoenix early. 2 minutes into the game, Kai Taves steps back, lets it fly. It's off the front of the rim. Ora can't chase it down, leads to a bounce pass. Oh! Boy, that's a rare rejection by the rim for saying jump high enough. But fortunately for him, he was able to get it right back and go back up, so he got an offensive rebound for his troubles. I'm not sure that's going to be available all the time. Sanin missing down low. Now the ball stripped out of the hands. And Leo Mendel, almost over with the lob. Seba Sai looking a little out of kilter here, right at the rim, and a couple of successive possessions. 3-point shot, that's the first one of the game. So Ora showing he's not just a distributor of the basketball, but he can. Ora averaging 7.5 points per game, 4.7 assists per game as well, and over and back. And I'm just wondering if Kai Taves needed to allow that step all the way over and pick up the ball. Looked like maybe if he had stepped over himself all the way into the backcourt and picked it up, it would have been okay. But another opportunity for Sanin. How about that? Nice drive. Ora got 5 points. And the 26-year-old takes it up to a 9-4 lead and forces ALVARK Tokyo to take a timeout. Just kind of feels his way in. So ALVARK not wanting him to make the pass. And I don't know if Kai Taves was expecting some help from Seiss, but he's got to stick with his man a little bit better than that. 9-4. Sanin on top of ALVARK Tokyo. Here's Aura's three-pointer. So if they want to clog the paint, they're going to leave some shots out on the perimeter. I'm not sure that was the problem there, but it's definitely just a warning that you better not think that you can just shut down Yante Mayton and Cody Clark if he drifts inside. They've got some jump shooters, not just Clark, but obviously Kanemaru. So Ando has a couple points scored on that drive, and so does Seba Sais. But that's it so far. Arturos Gudaitis checks into the game. And the dump down low to Leo Mendel, and some confusion in the ranks defensively there. Coming right out of the timeout. And they do get some good looks down low, that's for sure. Add Gudaitis and gets rejected. He was trying to do a Euro step. And this time well guarded, and Rossiter rips it off the boards and comes down. That's Ryan Rossiter, multiple skills. His ball handling, his shooting, his passing, his defense, he just does it all. Cody Clark comes out, plays some D. Shaking and then missing the shot. But Kai Taves gets it back, and then the shot clock expires. So Kai Taves put himself in the position to get the bucket, but then doesn't finish. So that's going to lead to his exit, and Hashimoto is going to check into the game. Also coming in, number Osakabe. Taiki Osakabe averaging 5.5 points per game. And also coming in is the very impressive Kenny Asano. He's had some good games of late as well. Getting the early period of his first game against ALVARK Tokyo, and Aura so far is the man that's carrying the scoring. He's got 7 of his team's 11 points. Osakabe feeds Rossiter. Oh, Rossiter. Hashimoto puts it up from the corner. Well, Ryan Rossiter could have gone up for the layup. Looked like maybe they were guilty of overpassing to get that shot from Hashimoto. Mendel puts it up from deep. And back of the rim stays out. 30 Ravena stays on the court. Looks like he took some type of shot to the mouth. Camera goes to Leo Mendel. Here's Leo Mendel, guarded by Ravena. Watch this. Yeah, he kind of swung his left arm at Ravena right on the follow-through. Look at this. Be interesting to see if they review this. So they're going to use the head coach's challenge. I think Mendel might be in trouble here. Natural part of his follow-through. Watch his left arm after he releases it. Clearly kind of clears out. And yeah, kind of the exaggerated motion. I think it's the follow-through of the left hand. He kind of swings it almost to kind of get Ravena off of him right here. unless they decide he's just pulling it back to get out of the way. I don't know what they're going to decide. Was there intent in that? Each coach gets one head coach's challenge, and Ono decides this is the time to use it. Chance to keep possession, free throws, stretch the lead. Again, the left hand, I don't know, looking at it like that, if they call that an unsportsmanlike, I think it might be a little harsh towards ALVARK. In live action, it looked a little more from the other angle. It looked a little more deliberate, but again, it really depends on how the referees see this. But we could see that Leo Mendel explaining his side of the things with 30 Ravena. Remember how Mendel said he didn't commit a foul in that first one? So those two guys already going at each other. I think this is a tough call for these referees. They've taken some time to look at it. They may err on the side to call this unsportsmanlike. Who's going to make the call? Oh, they call it. They do call the unsportsmanlike. So that is 2 fouls on Leo Mendel. And I think this is where the players just need to accept the punishment. The referees have gone over, taken a long look at it, and come up with their decision. And there comes a time when, okay, if they don't review it and they call it, then you've got a gripe. But if they actually take time to go and look at it, you just have to take the medicine. So but on the other hand, 30 Ravena, very crafty, getting to the line. He definitely went down, and he did not believe Mendel. You could see when he was looking at him. And you know what they say, the ball don't lie if he makes the free throw. He's been really, I mean, it really says a lot about 30 Ravena's season that he has been logging the big minutes for one of the best teams in the league. He has really had a great season. So he makes both free throws. Came in averaging 12, almost 13 points, 12.9 points, 5 rebounds, 2.7 assists. He's not the tallest, but he is certainly big and strong in the other way. Here's Maton, player who hasn't gotten it going yet. It turns out to be a 4-point trip down the floor. So that is a huge sequence in this game. So Ono's gamble, if you want to call it, by using his head coach's challenge early, pays off. Now Gudaitis catches it up for the dunk. Meanwhile, it's checked into the game for Leo Mendel, and once again, the foul called. This one on Gudaitis as he goes back to try to play defense on Yanti Maton. No, or is it on Baranowski? Zach Baranowski. Zach Baranski, excuse me. Yanti Maton. Stand alone at the free throw line and make the first. So no surprise that you see ALVARK committing fouls, but also getting to the line. Number one comes to committing fouls against opponents, and meanwhile third in getting fouled. So you know that when you go up against ALVARK Tokyo, there's going to be a lot of fouls committed for both teams. Osakabe. Cody Clark whistled for the foul. Osakabe. Shimoto. Rossiter back outside to a wide open Baranski. Kaczynski with the board. Cody Clark. Cody Clark had it. Ball goes out of bounds. That'll be ALVARK possession, I would think. Cody Clark's going to be helped up. Well, you would think that with playoff basketball, the physicality is going to be good for ALVARK. It's when it really gets hard. You can also see in the game right now, Yamauchi is checked in for Sanin. Osakabe loses it out of bounds. Just lost dribble, and that would have been a good chance for a layup. But what a difficult start for ALVARK Tokyo. A little hole here right in the beginning of the game. 7 minutes into the contest, trailing by 9. How about Kanemaru, his second three-pointer of the game? Boy, he is playing like an all-star. He is that good. Raising eyebrows. Osakabe. And Gudaitis shows some agility and some hang time. The big fella. Yamauchi whistled for the foul. This is not bad from Gudaitis. A little jump stop. Perhaps a little generous on the whistle, but he'll take it. He's been a nice addition to this ALVARK Tokyo team, Gudaitis. Does not get to three-point play. Places the rebound, but is corralled by Cody Clark. Gudaitis averaging 9.4 points, 6.4 rebounds coming into this. And that's coming off the bench. Yamauchi with the layup over Saiz. I don't know if Saiz thought he was going to pass it right at the end. He didn't go for the block. Now 8 minutes into the contest. 12-point advantage here for Sanin. So Cody Clark is going to sit down after committing that foul. His second. So that is not a good development. You have to really get on track offensively. So he's going to sit down. Perhaps a little bit of an opportunity here for ALVARK with Clark going out. Gudaitis back outside. Baranski a little long, but the long rebound taken by Saiz. And moving to feed the foul on Kaczynski. And again, you get back to that point that we were making. When ALVARK, Tokyo are on the court, they're doing some fouling, and they're getting fouled a lot. The physical factor in this game. Dump down low to Goditis. And Goditis spins, scores with the left hand. Here's a shot from the left corner. Well, how about that? Nice, sweet stroke. That was you drilling it. Bransky tries to get the pass to Goditis, and another foul's called. Deontay Mason. Well, actually, no, it was on you. I didn't see too much contact. Of course, I wasn't watching here. Here goes Sabas Sais. Yoshi checks into the game. Sais rattles in the second one. Back to an 11-point lead for Sanin. You can see Sais really comfortable in Japan here. So Spain national team player. Well, final possession, shot clock and game clock almost at the same, so they can take it down right now. They move. Kai Taves whips the pass inside and traveling. The call on Goditis. Just enough time here for San NEOPHOENIX to get the ball up the court. Watch this. Yes, that's a good call. He definitely shuffled his feet a couple of times. Auntie Mayton pulls up for three. So 25 points scored by the home team today. That's far too many. Not what you're accustomed to seeing from ALVARK Tokyo, allowing that to happen. Kanemaru has a couple of threes. And made it 25-14. San NEOPHOENIX averaging 90.7 points per game. So from that standpoint, perhaps not a surprise they've put this many points on the board. That is number one in the league. And it's a great example of great offense against great defense, because ALVARK allowing just 67.6 points per game. So we'll see if their defense starts to come to the fore here in the second quarter. Ora has 7 points, leading the way for San NEOPHOENIX, who also have 6 from Kanemaru, who's hit 2 of his 3 threes. Clark has yet to get on the board. 4 points for Yante. 3 for 30 Ravena. Yu, who has the 1 3-pointer. Ora has another 3, so they're 4 of 6. Excuse me, they are... Yeah, 4 of 6 from 3-point range when you consider Kanemaru has had a couple. ALVARK Tokyo, meanwhile, 0 for 5 from 3-point range. That's Kanemaru showing that golden stroke of his.
さあ皆さんで聞こえていきましょう。フェニックス。
So second quarter action underway. NEOPHOENIX looking to turn the screw here a little bit early. Shot clock down to 6. Brzezinski turnaround jumper from the elbow. Leo Mendel back in the game. Here he is driving and putting it up and in. Boy, what a finish by the Brazil international. Brzezinski catches, turns, and makes the 3. No hesitation, a full meter behind the arc, maybe even more. And the lead stretched to 14 points. Kaite's looking for an opening. Size. And how about the dunk from Ando? Two-handed variety. Ora puts it up from deep. Early shot. Not sure that's what they wanted. Had to make that defense work a little bit. And here's the foul on Kanemaru.
14番金丸個人ファウル1つ目、チームファウル2つ目。フェニックス選手の答えです。0番サービーラブが入ります。続きまして16番浅野ケリーが入ります。
This is Ando's drive down the lane and bucket, and you can see getting him excited. Maybe this ALVARK Tokyo team starting to wake up a little bit. Mendel for 3. Uh-oh. And Leo Mendel fouled as well. A chance for a 4-point play. The man that had the unsportsmanlike foul called on him starting to inflict some pain on NEOPHOENIX. Here he is shooting it. And if it's on Mayton, so yes, it is indeed. And all of a sudden, ALVARK Tokyo coming back and leading to a timeout. So Leo Mendel making the headlines here for all the right reasons and the wrong reasons. He's got the 2 fouls, but Adamitis needs his star in the game. So, and immediately upon his reentry, he has scored with that spectacular drive and finish with the left hand. And now he's hit a 3-point play, and he was fouled on the shot. So a chance for a 4-point play for Leo Mendel. In fact, they called the foul on Asano, not on Yanti Mayton. So Asano was going over to help out, was darting, running right at Mendel, and must have made a little contact with him. So you have to defend by getting the hand in the face without fouling. Now the turnover, and right Burnham with ALVARK Tokyo. Remember, NEOPHOENIX top the Central, and facing a very good ALVARK Tokyo team today. There's a three-point shot off the back of the iron. The activity increasing in all respects. The rebound, the size, and the drive right down the lane, and the bucket is good for Kai Taves. And it is a different looking ALVARK Tokyo all of a sudden. Pass to Yante Mayton. That's more like it. Kai Taves just scored on the drive. Hands it off to Mendel. Skeet brings down the board. Yoshi commits the foul out on the perimeter. He's going to go out of the game. Yamauchi left open, lets it fly. That's short. See some early shots by NEOPHOENIX. Not much ball movement. And Rossiter missing with a little push shot from the free throw line. And the whistle blows. And free throws coming once again for 30 Ravenna, he thinks. He hopes. Be before the shot. Hashimoto checks back into the game. Ravenna takes it deep, spins into the paint, goes to the left hand. Oh, he did all the hard work and missed the shot. Great hustle out of bounds. Mendel saves it. Mendel. Bounce pass Rossiter to Gaditis. And he was sandwiched between two defenders, Yamauchi and Cody Clark, and fouled. And you can feel this ALVARK Tokyo team just continuing to put the pressure on, not just with their defense, but attacking, getting the ball into the paint, putting pressure, forcing NEOPHOENIX to move on defense. Always a good option to have on the court. Gaditis goes in and out. So they must have wiped off the first attempt. Getting closer and closer. 32-25. And NEOPHOENIX led by as many as 14 points. Cody Clark rebounds it, passes it up the floor to 30 Ravena. Now they swing it. Kanemaru for three. And 30 Ravena really working hard down low against Hashimoto. Great work by the Philippine man. Look at Ravena. Starts to fight and maybe, well, wasn't really pushing, but he was just battling for the rebound. And we talked about the rebound, one of the assets of 30 Ravena. Averages about 5 rebounds a game, so difficult to keep him off the boards. Here's Cody Clark. Drives in, gets rejected by Rossiter. Quick pass again to Cody Clark. And boy, time is Goditis coming over. And it's unusual to see Cody Clark not having it all his own way when he catches it down low. But again, just a testament to the size and physicality. Look at this. He did the pump fake, and then Rossiter just stayed on his feet. And then you got to contend with Goditis. And when those two guys, when they've got size in there, he's also a shot blocker. And we've seen Mendel as well can play physical. So all the momentum right now with ALVARK Tokyo. Mendel into the paint, and now he's denied. And it's going to be ALVARK Tokyo basketball. And really, you have to match the physicality, especially on defense, if you're going to beat ALVARK Tokyo. And this is the first encouraging sign. See Yante Maton getting his hands in there, getting the block. Possession. Osakabi with a shot clock winding down, misses from three. Now they'd like to get down before the ALVARK Tokyo team can set up on defense. And now, Phoenix fans. So 30 Ravena heads over to the bench, 34-25, midway through the second quarter. Very important part of the game with ALVARK Tokyo comeback. Yamauchi pushing it quickly up the floor, getting it to 30 Ravena, who passes to Maton and then gives it back to Ravena for the easy layup. So very nice sequence for 30 Ravena. We saw some battles, and here we see him making the right decision, and Yante Maton making the right decision as Goditis comes to him. Just a little bit of a slow rotation. Nobody guarding Ravena. Had just the easiest of layups. Great players, great fans in the B-League every single week. It's what people are talking about. They can't wait to see their team, whether they're watching it on TV or going to the arena themselves. I mean, great attendance, wonderful. Well, of course, the national team will be at the Olympics. Had that spectacular kind of comeback last year at the FIBA Basketball World Cup when they hosted games in Okinawa. Finished as the top team from Asia at the World Cup to qualify for the World Cup, and I know they have a lot of ambition. Tom, I'm sure he's watching this game or monitoring events here, looking at players, and there are plenty of players to keep on for those national team spots. Here is Mendel. Osakabi. Hashimoto for three. Misses it badly. Oh, scrap it away, trying to get the rebound. And wide open, driving down the lane, 30 Ravena. We're back up to an 11-point lead. Hashimoto dribbles in, but an offensive foul. The momentum going back to San. And the early lead has really given them a little bit of a cushion. Oh boy, that was a elbow from Hashimoto on Yamauchi. Look at this. Whap. Yamauchi, such a crucial player in this San NEOPHOENIX team. I mean, he is a spark. Just feels like he always delivers important minutes when he's in the games. Dump down low, and Jadzinski's been excellent today. Well, they give up the baseline, and again, got to be careful with the elbows. And now the defense is being played by Sanin, and the pass up the floor to 30 Ravena. Mendo comes out, and boy, there have been several flashpoints in this game. Well, he's already used his head coach's challenge, so he can't. And no matter how much you complain, they're not going to change their opinion. So he comes up and says he had a better view. Look at Mendel. Oh yeah, that's clearly off Mendel. So a break for ALVARK Tokyo. Maybe deserve it after the unsportsmanlike foul, which seemed to me like it was could have gone either way. And Adamitis barking over at the referee. Cody Clark, wow, third foul. Well, that is a development that is not welcome for San NEOPHOENIX. So this is something to exploit for ALVARK Tokyo. Cody Clark out of the game, one of the best players in the league. And clearly the size advantage with ALVARK Tokyo. Ryan Rossiter at the line. They've got Mendel out there. And it's Mayton and Jadzinski. But maybe the advantage that is held by San N would be a little bit of quickness. Ryan Rossiter takes advantage. I would expect a little bit of a run for Tokyo right at the finish, because Clark was playing well. Well, great work. Able to feed the ball down low. Got the mismatch, and Ando commits the foul on Mayton. They get Gudaitis away from the low post, and Yanti Mayton, nobody to guard him. Yanti Mayton takes the first free throw. Came in averaging 14.5 points, 7.6 rebounds. Definitely a player that enjoys defensively meeting out the punishment against opponents, but today he has really encountered some tough play from ALVARK Tokyo. Somebody drop a contact or something. No. Huh. Don't think we need a description on this. Something on the ground, whatever it is, just... I mean, you don't want to slip. That's when it gets dangerous. Not good for San NEOPHOENIX, but with, again, just under 3 minutes to go in this second quarter. Well, whatever is on the court, it's drawn some smiles. Now, teammates are having a nice little conversation out by the arc. So, smart, good idea to get over on the bench. Boy, they're doing a serious job there. Maybe wondering if somebody got a little sick there. I'm going to clean that up. So Sanan took the opportunity to go and huddle up and talk to one of the assistant coaches. While Mayton now goes back to the line, having missed the first free throw, and whatever substance was on the hardwood. I have to say, I haven't seen that approach taken to getting something off the court this season. Whatever it was, let's hope it doesn't return. And Deontay Mayton, the second, he really needs to play well here over this final 3 minutes with Cody Clark out of the game. And again, you would think they need to exploit their size advantage here. Oh, look at Deontay Mayton going out and stealing the ball from Mendel. A sloppy play by Mendel. And moving screen called on Deontay Mayton. Gives it right back. He's surprised they called the foul on him. Is handing the ball off, but he kind of moved into Mendel. Size back in. So you lose the head of Goditis. Also Baranski back in. So those two in the game with Rossiter. So they're not going to try to exploit that big size advantage. Good hands by Dzinski, showing you why they say always keep your hands up on defense. Good things happen for the defense. Dzinski passes it back out to the perimeter. Dzinski fouls the rebound. Asano from the right. Oh boy, that is a good looking stroke. And takes it up to the biggest lead of the game. Oh, I thought that was a real opportunity for ALVARK Tokyo to kind of flex their muscles, so to speak. And all that San and NEOPHOENIX have done is open up their biggest advantage of the game. Asano asking for the ball. He's got it. And Asano, again, has been impressive in especially recent games. The no-look pass. Like they wanted him to have that open look, but he was able to sneak over there, and Ora got him the basketball. Well, you can see that San and NEOPHOENIX up for this game because ALVARK Tokyo really had their number in recent times, winning their last 5 games. And each time winning by more than 15 points. So Sanin, of course, a different team this season, strengthened, have come out and really taken it to them in the first half. And obviously they also want to continue to cement their spot up at the top of the standings. Cody Clark, 3 fouls. Yamauchi, 2. That's the foul trouble for Sanin. And look at the balance scoring. That has to be impressive. Coach Ono happy. Ravena, Mayton, Ora, Dudzinski, all with 7 points, and Kanemaru has 6. And if they leave Asano open, again, he might knock down another 3. He's been impressive, Asano, again, in recent games. 21-year-old. Rossiter bounced pass to Size. Oh boy, Size had the shot. Here's 30 Ravena. Open floor. Boy, that's a third Ravena special right there. Get to the basket, and he did so with ease that time. Took it all the way down the court, and boy, look at this. ALVARK Tokyo, one of the top teams in Japan, trailing by 17 points. Baranski. Another mid three. And really has surprised me the approach that they've taken. Here's Yante Maton. Oh, he got blocked by the rim. Look at Yante Maton. Looks like he got blocked. Well, he got lucky. Oh no, it was Size that went up and got. I mean, surely that's got to be a charge. Baranski trying to take one for the team. Whistle doesn't blow. Santa NEOPHOENIX going to maintain a very quiet game for Seba Size. 5 rebounds, 4 points. Here's the drive and the handoff. And it goes out of bounds. So ALVARK Tokyo with 58.4 seconds. These possessions here at the end of the game, at the end of the, second quarter, very important for ALVARK Tokyo. Need to try to cut into this deficit before the break. Ryan Rossiter, a little push shot, scores right at the line. They have missed some open looks today, ALVARK Tokyo. So Rossiter's basket makes it a 15-point game. Timeout. There he is, stepping right inside the stripe. Ryan Rossiter, just his third and fourth points. He hasn't really attempted any shots today. Leader. He does have 3 assists. Okay, sign in, facing a little bit different defense. Here comes the dump to Maton. Oh boy, that was too easy. He got the rim jammer, two-handed style. Back to a 17-point advantage. And again, we talk about ALVARK being a physical team, but we haven't really seen it in this second quarter. Certainly not the second half of the second quarter. Drives in much better. Don't settle for the jumper. Get to the rim. 30 Ravena from a long way out. And that was short, so 20 minutes in the books. Santa NEOPHOENIX putting the smiles on the faces of their fans who have turned out today at the Toyohashi City Gymnasium. They lead it 46-31 over ALVARK Tokyo. So here is the action in the first half. San and NEOPHOENIX getting that three-pointer from Kosuke Kanemaru, and 30 Ravena passing it outside to Ora for another three-pointer, and really it's just been one-way traffic. They opened up a nice lead in the first quarter and continued to build on that in the second. Leo Mendel has been at the center of attention, scoring, but also his unsportsmanlike foul. Ora had a really good first quarter, 7 points. Kanemaru knocking down his second three. And San and NEOPHOENIX taking on ALVARK Tokyo, having success just as they have against most other teams so far this season. Dudzinski coming off the bench with Cody Clark getting in early foul trouble and making the three-pointer. Ando going right down the lane, nobody picking him up. Mayton, but Ando did a good job of being strong with the basketball, and Ryan Rossiter trying to get it going with his passing, and he finds Mendel, who makes the three-pointer while also getting fouled. Then you had 30 Ravena with the layup. 30 Ravena had a good first half. Here he is driving, shaking and baking, getting to the hoop. He's got 9 points. And Dudzinski going to work down low. Now the pass over to Asano, who's been very found some space, got it over Rossiter. Ravena here taking it all the way. 3 of 6 from the floor. Couple of rebounds and assists for 30 Ravena. The 9 points. And that was Rossiter's shot right at the end of the first half. Well, Yanti Mayton got this bucket. And that's where we are. So 46-31, San and NEOPHOENIX on top of ALVARK Tokyo. At the arc, San in 11-21, so that's the same for ALVARK, but the three-point shooting is the big difference. 5 more threes have been made for San in. Just 1 of 11 for ALVARK Tokyo. Both teams with 6 of 8 at the free throw line. Rebounding similar. ALVARK with a few more offensive boards, but just all up and down. Just points to a great play so far from San and NEOPHOENIX. They've scored 9 points off turnovers, 20 points in the paint. Look at the key matchup, and really hasn't, or key players really hasn't turned out to be key players today. Cody Clark has yet to score. Third quarter underway. So it's go time for ALVARK if they want to make a game of this, and great decision to drive, but Ryan Rossiter denied at the rim, and Seba Sai steps out of bounds. So the rim protection comes to the fore. Look at this. There aren't going to be too many times when Ryan Rossiter doesn't have success, but showing his value on defense. And now Mayton, though, fumbles it away. Rossiter Tries to make the bounce pass to save a size. Ball knocked out of bounds. That's a tough pass to make at the feet. And even a quality big man like Saba Sice, it's going to be hard to pick up, especially in traffic. Kai Taves. 3-point shot. Missing Ando and there is Saba Sice. An offensive foul turns the basketball back over to ALVARK. So Kanemaru whistled for the personal. Mendel. Kai Taves. They want to get those looks. They want to get the bigs involved, though. And Saba Sice just fumbled it out of bounds. Ora affected Sice. And yeah, Ora just swiped down on the ball and knocked it out of bounds. Sice trying to take advantage of the size advantage. Look at this, the three-pointer. Ora, just like in the first quarter, comes out, makes the big ones, and then knocks down a three-pointer. That is a huge sequence for the Japanese point guard. It takes it back to a 16-point lead. Sice fumbles it. Mendel wants it back. Into the corner. He can count that. Japan International has got 7 points. Here's Jazinski. Oh boy, that hurts. ALVARK Tokyo, you make a three. And Sanin come right back. And David Jazinski has been out. He just is locked in. You can see it. Rossiter, for the second time today, remember he was running it. Asano too late. Here he is, not able to get around Maton in time to prevent the three-pointer from Dudzinski. 10 points for David Dudzinski. And 52-36, San and NEOPHOENIX on top of ALVARK Tokyo. Look at Ora. I don't think he gets enough credit, Ora, for what he means to this team. And really, it's different players stepping up at different times. But Ono has something good happening with this San and NEOPHOENIX team. There's no doubt about it. These guys playing great defense today. Still scoring their points. We talked about with their offense, but today they are getting it done on both ends of the court. The foul has been called, and just a day of frustration for Adamitis and Rossiter, who picks up his second foul. Pass deflected. Now a chance to run for Ryan Rossiter. He's fouled out on the perimeter by Ora. Two fouls. Ora and Sabasice misses at the line. Quick outlet pass up to 30 Ravan, and he travels. Bounce past Rossiter. Oh, he had to give and go if he wanted to give it back to Taves, but they settle for the 3 from Mendel, and they'll take it. He's got 11. As bad as it's been for ALVARK Tokyo, they've got enough talent. Look at the hustle from Mendel. Saves it in bounds to Mayton. And then Sabasice comes back, and when they turn up that defensive pressure, this is when ALVARK Tokyo are at their best, and Mendel, there have been a few moments in this game he's shown his quality. He almost comes up with a steal and takes it all the way. He was looking for some help, for somebody to come up and trap, and they were just a little too late. Here's a dump, and much better. Size scores down low and cuts it back to an 11-point game. 8 points now. 6 rebounds, and ALVARK Tokyo plenty of time to put this thing right today. And this is a good timeout for Ono. Great pass, Mendel. He's played well. So Asano checks back into the game after the timeout. Ora's going to remain in as well. So they go a little bit smaller. Also, Hashimoto comes back into the game as well for ALVARK Tokyo. Pointer had that fallen, boy, that would have been rubbed salt into the wound for ALVARK Tokyo, but they're going to get the ball back. Goditis back in the game. Mendel just bulls his way in against Yamauchi, and Yamauchi wins that battle just like Ora did earlier. Here is the spin, the turn, and 30 Ravenna is going to the free throw line.
11
Ravenna having himself quite a contest today. One of his better games, I think, of the season. And against really good opposition. Makes both free throws. 11 points for 30 Ravenna, his first two of the second half. Kai Taves. Rossiter bounce pass. Oh, there is Goditis coming in from the right corner and dunking it. A little bit of power from that big fella. And the miss. Goditis' pass deflected. Sano comes down with the rebound. It's an 11-point game right now. Key moments. Maton. Will he? Yes, he does. And he scores. He wanted the foul as well, but he didn't get it. Ando missing. And that's goal interference. They just have the San NEOPHOENIX team today has not backed down in the slightest, nor would we expect them to against ALVARK Tokyo. Second foul on Yoshi. Cody Clark hasn't been a big scoring game for him today. Makes the first free throw. That's his first point, in fact. So that's an understatement. And the fact that San N leading with his lack of scoring, or it's not like he's taking many shots either. Just goes to show you how many weapons they've got and how smart they play. I mean, Ravenna, Maton, each with 11 points. Dzinski has 10. Ora also has 10. So 4 players in double digits, and that's how you get it done when Clark is not involved in the scoring. Here is Mendel again. Mendel. Off target at times. It's not been ALVARK Tokyo's day. 13 minutes, 21 seconds remaining, still time. But nothing is coming easy at this end. So they're settling for some of these shots from deep, and they're just not hitting anything. Just 3 3-pointers on the day. foul called on Sice, I believe, since Dudzinski goes to the line and he makes another free throw. So now he has 11. So again, 3 players with 11 points: Dudzinski, Maton, and Ravena. And Dudzinski will be scoring if this goes down, which it does, with 12. Bounce past Sice, and he makes it. Ora drifts into the paint, banks it in. Look at the pass from Ora to get rid of it before the foul. Cody Clark goes up. How about that? Ora, just a spectacular play from the point guard. Clark gets the layup. And that's what I'm talking about. Ora makes a lot of plays. I mean, watch Ora with this pass. He's going to anticipate. So, first of all, it was Kanemaru with the steal, and then just the little flick. Was probably going to come from Osakabe. Ora passes with his right hand. Look at that. Cody Clark knows what to do with it at that end. What a performance from San and NEOPHOENIX today. To be the best, you got to beat the best. And really, you could say that ALVARK Tokyo, one of the best. And they are on top of ALVARK Tokyo 64-47. You could argue Ora has been the best player today. "12 points, 8 assists. I don't think there's any doubt about it. He has been terrific. There, +7 when he's on the court. Adamitis barking at the refs, trying to get some calls to go his way. Ora has an 8 assists, just 2 turnovers. So 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. That's very good. And he's making plays on both ends of the floor. Here's a drive and the miss from Yoshi. And again, down, alley-oop pass to 30, Ravena. So he stays down on the court once again. Look at this. So he just kind of turned and ran into Gudaitis. Nothing intentional there. So they've called a foul, Gudaitis. I don't get that at all. I find that ridiculous. I don't know what they're looking at to give this. Gudaitis just kind of slid in. And now they've called a technical foul on Adamitis. I'm not sure they would have come back to win this game. I mean, this makes it harder. But I can understand the frustration from Coach Adamitis on this play. I mean, this is just, from what I've seen, this is borderline ridiculous, this foul. And 30 Ravena, great play on the alley-oop. But then he turns around and Goditis, I mean, they run into each other, but nothing extraordinary. So Ravena goes out and, oh no, sorry, Kanemaru steps up to take the free throw. I think Adamitis justified in his disgruntlement. Well, his appeals are going to fall on deaf ears. This is a huge trip down the floor. You have the technical. You already had the basket from 30 Ravena. So now he makes this free throw. So they've had 4 points on this trip down the floor, and this will make it 5 if he makes it. I could be wrong, but Goditis is just a big man that 30 Ravena turned into and went down like a sack of wheat. "22 points. The difference. Yeah, that's a tough one to explain, folks. I'm not sure I'm gonna. You're getting walloped, and then you get a foul called on you like that. Just walking on the court, that makes no sense to me. And then the coach is already frustrated. He gets a technical. You're playing away from home. I mean, ALVARK Tokyo should be breathing fire when they step onto the court tomorrow, I'll tell you that. So coming up on 11 and a half minutes remaining. Here's Goditis. Well, don't write these guys off just yet. They've cut it back to 17. Still 11 and a half minutes remaining. Cody Clark misses. The interesting thing also with 30 Ravena, he's been kind of involved in a couple of niggly plays. He got the unsportsmanlike foul called on Mendel. And now he's had that play. Here's the three-point shot. Is good from Kai Taves. And maybe this little sequence is really going to help this ALVARK Tokyo team lock in, bring up intensity, and come back. Here's Tuzinski, turns. Oh boy, but you got to get some stops. Tuzinski all day long has been answering the call for ALVARK Tokyo, or for San and NEOPHOENIX. Nice little step from Kai Taves, forcing the foul from Aura, his third. So the MVP of this game, in my opinion anyway, goes out of the game. 30 Ravena comes back in. Well, fortunate to get a bucket there after the missed layup, cutting it back to 14 points. Size 12. Final possession for Cody Clark. He passes to Tuzinski. That's how the third quarter finishes. Well, 71-57. ALVARK Tokyo actually outscoring San and NEOPHOENIX 26-25 in the quarter. Still a lot of basketball to be played, so don't go anywhere. Well, this is quite a stretch for Santa NEOPHOENIX. They've just dispensed with Shimane Susanoo Magic, winning a couple of games against them. They've beaten FE Nagoya. They've got 2 against ALVARK Tokyo. Then they got a couple of games coming up against Ryukyu Golden Kings Yokohama. Always good outsiders. But you know that all of those teams know they're going to have a battle against this NEOPHOENIX team. Clark and Ora each with 3 fouls. Kanemaru, Yamauchi each with 2. And Maton has 1. ALVARK will play the Susanoo Magic in a couple of games on March 2nd and 3rd. And then they've got Ibaraki Robots and Guma Crane Thunder. And then a couple against Chiba Jets. 4 fouls for Hashimoto, 3 for Mendel. Taves, Yoshi, and Rossiter each with 2 fouls for ALVARK Tokyo. Well, the best way to come back in a game is to force some turnovers and get some easy buckets and to hit some threes. Maybe get to the free throw line. Let's see if the fourth quarter is where ALVARK Tokyo really turn it on. Pass to the corner, Kanemaru. I mean, the guy is just automatic. If you leave him open, forget about it. 10 points. His 3rd three-pointer of the day. Here's Kanemaru. That's an interesting foul. 3 fouls now on Kanemaru. Ace with the pass to the corner. And Yoshi, just as he was spinning, gets fouled. Picks up foul number 4. He's going to sit down. Yamauchi comes back into the game. Here is Gudaitis. It'll stay at this end. He's trying to ice. It was a lob for Taves because he threw it up there. Maybe he was trying to bank it in, but should have been a better finish. Here is the dump down low, Maton. And free throws coming for Yanti Maton, who went right at Seba's size. And battle. Yeah, that's a good call. Seba's side, lowering his arms. Yanti Maton, he's got 11 points. He misses the free throw. Surprisingly, just 2 rebounds for Maton. He does have a couple of blocks. Sano back in the game as the lead goes back to 18 points on the Maton free throw. He's got 12 points, 15 for 30 Ravena, leads all scores for Sanin. And here is Yamauchi from the wing. Down to Maton. So Save size whistle for the foul. not handling the pressure well. Kai Taves turning over. Oh, what a pass from 30 Ravena. Oh, and Mathan missed the shot. 30 should have had an assist. It was his best pass of the day. Three-pointer. Size stays, keeps it active, and here comes Cody Clark. Another missed opportunity for ALVARK Tokyo. And Ando fouls 30 Ravena. Ando just 4 points today. Hasn't really been able to get anything going. Clark, well short. Just under 8 minutes to go. Kai Taves to Mendel. Mendel maybe has been the most dangerous player. And an offense size can't get anything going. Oh no, they call it travel. Oh no, that's Seiss. Seiss with the foul on Asano. Again, I don't really get that unless they're just on the con. 3 fouls. It's almost as if the physical reputation has worked against ALVARK Tokyo today with some of the fouls that have been called on them. That foul on Godai is a prime example when they called it on 30. And Yanti Maton gets hacked by Ryan Rossiter. So Maton just went 1 of 2 at the line. Here he is again, misses the first. This is the second. So he's struggling at the free throw line today, Yanti Maton. Mendel. Ando gives it back to Mendel. Leo Mendel fouled by Cody Clark. Just the 3rd team foul. So no free throws. It's been a tough game for Cody Clark. He goes out with 4 fouls. Rossiter, meanwhile, scores and makes it a 16-point game, but they have got to start locking down at this end. Here's Maton, and he just powers his way up for another deuce. Yanti Maton, 14-point game. Mendel hands it off. Seiss. 14 for Seba Seiss. He's just 1 rebound away from a double-double, Seba Seiss. Well, you could argue that the clock is all for ALVARK Tokyo because they have just struggled to score. And another turnover, a travel called on Rossiter. 1, 2. Nope, I don't agree with that one. Four minutes into the final quarter and no signs of a comeback for ALVARK Tokyo. Yamauchi wide open, 30 Ravena from the left corner. And boy, 30 Ravena. What a performance. I mean, yeah, he's had a lot of involvement with some controversy, but having one of his best games of the season. He's got 18. Yamauchi finds his teammate in the corner. And 30 Revenge says, I'm going to knock it down. Again, Yamauchi, smart play, no look, pass, and 30 Ravena knocks it down. Averaging 12.9 points per game, which is a career high in Japan. His numbers steadily going up in Japan. Adamitis, he can have some frustrations, but with how his teams play today, but overall, they've been nothing. They can't complain. They haven't played great basketball. They had one sequence in the second quarter where they did well, but remember, Dudzinski came out and hit some big shots in Ouro as well. So I'm just looking back at 30 Ravena's season. He had 17 in the game against Shinshu. He had 19 against Saga Ballooners on December 17th. He had 18 as well against Utsunomiya Brex back on November 4th. And he had 19 against Gun Crane on the 21st. So he has had some big scoring games. His best game was 28 points against Kyoto back on October 14th. Yanti Maton puts Size on the line. It's an 18-point deficit. Dudzinski to Maton. Uchi. And to Maton, he's denied. He gets it back, puts it up and in. Being big and strong. Makes up for a lot of deficiencies and getting a rebound off a block shot. It's one thing to get the block, but it's not, and then the ball. Rossiter steps back for three. That's good. Timeout. 82-66. San and NEOPHOENIX looking like they're closing in on another win in the first of two meetings this weekend against ALVARK Tokyo. Showing the range. So let's pull a win out of the fire here today. ALVARK Tokyo, I mean, it's unlikely down 16. But you never know. You got to finish the game. And let's see how San and NEOPHOENIX play in what is normally called winning time. But right now they're up by 16. A beautiful drive, 30 Ravena. Continues to pour in the points. Good drive, Ryan Rossiter, but they can't trade baskets. They need some stops. And Yamauchi decides to bring it back out. Take some more time off the clock. Yanti Mayton. Dudzinski wide open. Looked like Gudaitis got away with a push on Mayton there, and it's going to work against him as 30 Ravena is going to go home tonight, enjoy his meal because he has been pouring in the points. Rossiter not able to score with the tap. Yamauchi has it, 86-68. 30 with 22 points. Yanti Mayton going back to the free throw line. So, ALVARK Tokyo, it looks like the best they can do this weekend is a split. But if they get swept, this is a message series by Santa and NEOPHOENIX. Ando going to sit down. He's got 3 fouls. If they can get a split, ALVARK Tokyo, you know, that would be, for them, a good weekend. Certainly from the current position. So ALVARK, after today, they've only got a 1-game lead over Utsunomiya Brex. Gudaitis with another bucket. And Brex they've already beaten Telka, so it could, you never know. It looks like ALVARK in danger of not being top of their division after this weekend. So they'll be desperate to come out tomorrow to get a win. Here's Cody Clark. Drive, and the bucket is good from Mendel, 89-74. You look at the MVPs in this game. I mean, 22 points, 7 of 8 at the line, 7-11 from the floor, 3 assists. I still think you could argue, as you look at Mendel going in and getting the bucket, you could still argue that Oro's the MVP. He's got 9 assists, making all of his big plays when they opened up the lead. But on the other hand, 22 points, even though a lot of them have come with the big lead. 22 for Ravena has really been a great game for him. Dudzinski as well has been terrific. 14 points, 5 points scored after baskets by ALVARK Tokyo, preventing them from getting really any momentum. Kanemaru, in almost 22 minutes, has 10 points. Mayton obviously has been big. He now has 5 rebounds, 15 points. So what's going on here? Okay, so it was just a unfortunate collision. Neither player so both players, wow, that was a weird situation. Hashimoto crashing right into Kanemaru, slow to get up, and that's one of those. We talk about the physical game of ALVARK Tokyo, but that's one of those watch where you're going. Hashimoto, he was a little bit out of control there. Just smashed right into Kanemaru. Not sure, it didn't seem like he was, didn't know where he was going at all. He's going to go check on Kanemaru and say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to slam into you. And Kanemaru is, he's a tough character. That was weird. I mean, that was just, Hashimoto was just completely, just had no court awareness. Just slammed into Kanemaru. Bizarre. So Kanemaru goes out of the game, and now the most, Yamauchi though picks it up. And 30 Ravena wisely holds up. And they take some more time off the clock. Cody Clark backs down low, puts it up and in. That's just an assignment that Yoshi's not going to be able to win. So Zach Baranski, the captain in the game for ALVARK Tokyo, asking for the basketball down low. They get it to the corner. And that probably just does it right there. 1:38 remaining. There's not going to be any comeback from 17 points down with 1.5 minutes remaining. So San and NEOPHOENIX, again, providing more evidence. They are the team to beat. If not the team, certainly one of the teams to beat. Wow, that was almost an alley-oop, and then the foul call with 1:14 remaining. Now to Nathan with a chance to go up to 18 points. Making his free throws, something that he's going to want to work on down the stretch. So you get deeper into the season, if you start getting where you're missing your free throws, teams are going to foul you and put you on the line instead of giving you those any type of easy shot. Take kind of a hack-a-shack approach, the way they used to do Shaquille O'Neal. And Mayton misses the second. He's just 12 at the free throw line today. Baranski steps back, misses. Yamauchi has it. And they're just going to I'm off the clock. Well, I guess not. So she picks up foul number 3. So Cody Clark, even on an off day, ends up having a very interesting looking stat line. He's got 10 points. He's got touchdowns and 5 assists. I mean, he is just a stat machine. Hasn't had the best shooting day. And maybe some of his shot selection has been suspect, but yeah, now 11 points, 10 rebounds. He's got a double-double. He's 5 assists off a triple-double. But it's Uhura and 30. Ravena and Jadzinski, I think, that did most of the damage today. Obviously, Mayton has been tough inside. There's Clark playing some D. So I'm assuming that's going to be it. He's going to dribble it right over here. And it's like 0.5 seconds. Let's see if he throws it up in the air right at the end. Otherwise, possession will turn over to ALVARK Tokyo. Yep, point 8. So ALVARK will have it for one last possession. And that's how we finish. Not the close game, I think, that we would have anticipated. Very powerful performance from NEOPHOENIX, winning at 93-7 by their guard play. Really impressive stuff. 30 Ravena with 22 points. Sota Uhura also coming out, 12 points, 9 assists. Kanemaru providing some perimeter shooting. He had 10 points, 3 3-pointers. He made force offensively down low, 16 points, although he was 6 of 15 from the floor and just 4 of 12 at the line. 30 Ravena had the 22 that we talked about. Coach Ono has to be happy going out to the court to make his comments. 14 points for Jadzinski, all important. He also had 5 rebounds. And now we'll see what they have to say. And Coach Adamitis has a lot of work to do if he thinks he's going to get a win here at San In. They've got to be much better. I love those two guys, Uhura and they are a tandem. And then you've got 30 Ravena. We've talked about his gradual improvement. This year's been his best year. In between Mayton and Jadzinski, and then Clark at midcourt. This is a formidable San In NEOPHOENIX team. We haven't even spoken about Kanemaru. Let's listen to Coach Ono.
ありがとうございます。
今日の試合を振り返ってまずは一言お願いします。
はい、本当に選手たち自分たちのスタイルを貫いてくれてとても良いゲームだったと思います。
これでですね、チームは16連勝となります。明日の試合に向けてもですね、一言お願いします。
はい、本日もたくさんの応援ありがとうございました。また明日選手の背中を押してあげてください。本日はありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。大野ヘッドコーチにお話をお伺いしました。続きまして山善プレゼンツフェニックスヒーロー賞の発表です。こちらはですね、本日特に印象に残った選手に贈られる賞となります。本日、素晴らしい活躍を、ね、見せてくれた選手たくさんいる中で、まずはこの人、22得点を挙げました0番サーディ・ラメダ選手をお願いします。
So Coach Ono is saying that we performed well. And defense, and thanks for your support coming out today. 30 Ravena. Let's hear what 30 has to say.
さあまずは勝利おめでとうございます。
Thank you.
もうサーディーコールが起こってましたね。もう本当皆さんに愛されてます。
ありがとうございます。
さあ今日のゲームを振り返ってまずは一言お願いします。
It was good. I'm happy with how we fought from the start. You know, everybody knew it was going to be a tough game, but we brought toughness. And yeah, business is not done. We got another one tomorrow.
タフなゲームになることは予想していましたが、最初から本当にみんな、いい戦いをしましたし、自分たちのタフさっていうのをしっかり見せれた試合になったと思います。でもまた明日もあるので、しっかりやっていきたいです。
But I hope I don't get hit tomorrow.
明日はいろいろ殴られないといいんだけどな。
ありがとうございました。サーディー・ラベナ選手にお話をお伺いしました。続いて、はい、サーディー選手ありがとうございました。続いての選手にお話をお伺いしたいと思います。続いて14番金丸康介選手お願いします。さあ今日の試合この方のスリーポイントからねゲームをねスタートすることができました。金丸選手もですね今日の試合を振り返って一言お願いします。
そうですね、非常にタフなゲームだったんですけど皆さんの応援のおかげで勝つことができました。ありがとうございます。
金丸選手もですね今ね会場から康介コールが響いておりましたけど明日の試合に向けてもファンに向けてお願いします。
明日もしっかり、ディフェンスを頑張ってスリーポイントを決めていきたいと思います。応援よろしくお願いします。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。さあそしてもう一方今日の試合ですね記録達成になりました、5番大浦颯太選手、こちら記録はですね B1 通算500アシストです。達成おめでとうございます。さあまずは勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
さあソーターコールがかなり大きくなってきましたね。もう皆さんに愛されてますね。今日の試合を振り返ってまずは一言お願いします。
東地区の首位ということでタフなゲームになることを予想してたんですけど、やっぱり自分たちのスタイルで40分間戦っていこうという、前回の反省がある中でこういって自分たちのスタイルで勝てたっていうのがすごく良かったかなというふうに思います。
さあ明日もですねタフなゲームになると思います。明日に向けても一言お願いします。
明日も会場を埋め尽くしてください。待ってます。
ありがとうございました。本日 B1 通算500アシストを達成しました大浦颯太選手もお話を伺いしました。さあ続きまして本日の山善プレゼンツフェニックスヒーローショー、本日は給料分テレビ用お手元スピーカーこちらをディベロッププレゼントさせていただきます。
Well, those are the comments we've heard from this San NEOPHOENIX team. Heard from the captain Ora, the 26-year-old. 12 points, 9 assists for him. Now he's talking to Yamauchi. Looks like Asano is going to lead the team cheer again today. The young man. Interesting that 30 wanted to talk about hopefully not getting hit again tomorrow. Was involved with that unsportsmanlike foul that was on Mendel. Here's Asano leading the club cheer again. He did such a good job last time. And then 30 with that collision with Gaditis, which again just I'd have to look at it again. Just looked like Gaditis was kind of walking into position. 30 turned and hit him. Yeah, it's a physical game, and perhaps ALVARK Tokyo's reputation preceded them today. You have to say that they were definitely ready, San NEOPHOENIX. They knew it was going to be a tough game, a hard game, physical game, and They got the job done, strengthening their grip on first place and reinforcing the idea among many that they are the team to beat this season. So 30 Ravenna gives us his signature. Now Kanemaru, looks like Ora wants to go up and sign it as well. Don't break the lens. They haven't saved them any space. Where the feeling is good here in the Toyohashi City Gymnasium, where Santa NEOPHOENIX have won it 93-74. Just a huge lead of several games over Mikawa. Look back at the highlights of the game. I had the three-pointers in the game. That was his first. Ora came out. Remember, he had 7 points in the first quarter alone. Mendel getting the bucket. Or just kind of set the tone, kind of set the table today. Kanemaru, his second three. And Dudzinski knocking down that three, and he just had a game where he just did what he needed to do, Dudzinski. They needed more Ando today, ALVARK. He was not able to have much of an opportunity. I mean, sometimes he needs to force the issue, but he didn't. Mendel fouled while shooting a three. Well, just getting lost trying to guard 30 Ravenna. Just went right past him. Dudzinski, meanwhile, 5 of 7 from the floor. Really solid afternoon for him. Asano. He's got the confidence right now. He believes in himself. Always nice to see the young guys rising to the occasion, growing, developing into players. Third to Ravenna again. Yeah, he had everything working today, but that is his bread and butter, is getting in deep into the lane, getting his feet wet, and either making shots or getting fouls. Ryan Rossiter today finished with 11 points, 4 of 7 from the floor, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. Also had a block. Yanti Mayton going to town. I mean, you could argue that Rossiter, I think, could be a player that has shot a little bit more, but he's a multi-skilled player. Can pass it, shoot it. Sabasice didn't feel like he had the type of impact on the game that he needed, but he did finish with 16 points, 10 rebounds. So, but it's awfully hard to dominate a game against a team that has a young team just big and strong, and even against the likes of Goditis there, he's able to go up and score. Or continuing the quality, finishing with his left hand. Osakabe turning it over and going in and scoring. Ravenna with the bounce pass. Mayton. This pass here to a wide open 30 Ravenna who just knocks it down. So great game for 30. Wonderful footwork from 30 Ravenna. Going up against Mendel, player that he had the early exchange with, the unsportsmanlike foul. Goditis. Goditis finished 15 points, 3 rebounds. So it was a convincing win for Coach Ono's team against Adamitis & Co. And they will rest up tonight, come back tomorrow. Well, San N, we talked about how they average 90-plus points per game. They accomplished that again today. Leading the best, highest-scoring team in the B-League, 21 of 37 inside the arc. They actually had 3 less makes inside the arc, but the difference, 5 more three-pointers, and look at the free throws, 18 of 27. If Mayton makes his free throws, I mean, this is a real... I mean, it's already a blowout at 93-74. If Mayton makes his free throws, I mean, they just get walloped, ALVARK Tokyo. So, one more rebound for the hosts. 22 bench points for San and NEOPHOENIX, and 18 for ALVARK Tokyo. 7 fast break points as well. You saw for the host. None for ALVARK Tokyo. Key players, well, didn't really turn out that way, but 11, I guess from a statistical standpoint, Cody Clark was okay in the end. Didn't shoot it particularly well. He had 11 points, but also had 11 rebounds and 5 assists. And Sabasice had 16 points today, 10 rebounds, and a steal. 5 assists. Just 1 assist for Sabasice. Scoring all scores, in fact, 22 points a game high for him, 16 from Mayton, who would have been the leading scorer if he'd made his free throws. But he had his struggles at the line. Duzinski, very efficient, 14 points for him. And again, scoring leaders for ALVARK, 16 for Sice. Mendel and Goditis each with 15. Ended up with 11 rebounds. So 10 assists for Ora. So, in fact, he finished with a double-double. Yeah, so they added an assist to his total. And 10 rebounds again to go with his 16 points. Seba Scythe, Rossiter had the 6 assists. But, again, they probably need a little more scoring from him in a game against a team like ALVARK Tokyo. Rossiter finishing today with 11 points. Rossiter did have 2 blocks. Mayton also had a couple blocks. So you can see these two teams are going to do it again tomorrow at 3:05 local time. Game 2 and all the other game 2s as well.